feels a little boring, but I feel like I need to do a catch-up week. You're too cute. I don't know if you're on camera, but you're so cute. Welcome to my channel. This is Blixa. Maybe you've met Blixa before. Usually, I make videos based on weekly themes that are going to help me declutter my art supplies, use my art supplies, and declutter my fabric stash. And from that, I have incurred some in-progress projects that I didn't expect. I've made things and then I have had ideas along the way in addition to the ideas for the video for that week. Very first themed week for my channel to help me use my stash was Moon Phases Week. And from Moon Phases Week, I made a lot of quilt blocks. So this is ready to go. I'm decide how I want to cut it, how I want to put it together. So this is the Moon Phases quilt block. And I said it works pretty well for the size that it is, just as a tote. I started making them,
but then they sat for like 2 months, leading me once again to ask, why is it so hard to finish things?
Like trying to nail down, why is it too hard? I've done a lot of the work. So what happens? Why does that happen? Why do I need more? I see it a lot associated with like ADHD creators, and I can't speak for that officially, but I know that I reach a point where I can stall out in a project. Sometimes it's just one step that makes it hard, and I think it's very common to just like stall out when the dopamine runs out. When, again, not a scientist, but
I know it's true for myself, but I think it's true for a lot of creators that the fun part is the beginning of the process.
So I also believe that the fun part is the buying, and that can get you into trouble. It's the thinking about like what this could be without any of the actual labor or work. So that's also the fun part. Like, I can't move on until I take care of these things that are like sitting here, because this is a big part of it too. Those whip piles, the UFOs sitting around, like they make you feel guilty. So every time I walk past them on the way to the kitchen, I think, oh, I haven't finished those bags. And it's only a handful of bags. It's not even going to take that long. I don't really think self-imposed deadlines with no consequences and no real basis for needing to be done work for me. They don't work for me. So I'm a professional tattooer, and one thing that has always helped, like that person is, you know, if everything goes as planned, a person comes in for their appointment, I have the design ready, they get the tattoo, repeat with the next client. Like, you have a deadline and you have somebody expecting something from you because you have agreed to do this project, because you have agreed to the appointment. But whenever it's just me and it's just these bags that I don't have anyone waiting on them. I'm not making them for anyone, and I'm not making them for any specific time. It's not for a holiday, it's not as a present, it's not a gift. They're just these bags that I made because I made a video trying to use my fabric stash. It's not just enough to me to say, oh, I'll make these by the end of the month, because it's arbitrary. And if I don't make it, like, nobody's counting on me, nobody's waiting for me. When I actually sat down to do it, it might not take that long. I might be able to finish it tomorrow. I don't know. But I do know that I need to get it done. So I'm going to set a time and I'm going to make a video. And that's what's going to help me.
YouTube's not the only way you can do. Say on social media, I'm dropping these at this time. Just telling someone that you're working on something and trying to finish it by a certain time, that can be enough to help too. Basically, if a deadline isn't enough, find some outside accountability that's going to either guilt you or motivate you into finishing your projects.
So we're going to make the moon phases quilt top. We're going to finish these woolen wax totes. This is the mini tote. And there's a couple other things along the way. Move on to the spring/summer season and the weeks that are planned for that. The weeks that I have in mind for that, to use more of my stuff, use more of my stash, and hopefully inspire you to use your stash as well. Okay, thanks for watching.